guys, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Pokemon BATAW! So folks, in this video I should be battling my friend PlatinumRhythm in a 6-on-6 single battle. And since my friend PlatinumRhythm is a fairly regular competitor here in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet competing space, I've decided to go ahead and create a team that consists of 6 fairly competitive Pokemon across multiple teams. I'm not just exclusively using new Pokemon or Pokemon that I wasn't able to use in years past. I'm just using a bunch of stuff. So my team today is Dragonite, Breloom, Misdolphy, Hisui-Arcanine, Hisui-Zoroark, and Hisui-Goodra, and I think this team will allow me to earn a victory against my friend PlatinumRhythm today. Alright, there were some technical difficulties there, but now it should work. Yeah, now it found immediately. Yeah, I don't know if one of us was offline or if I was misentering a code or what, but now I've finally gone ahead and found my friend PlatinumRhythm, fellow competitor. He's been in a fair share of my other videos in the past, and he was even in one of my Pokemon Sword and Shield videos back in the day, and he won. But that was a double battle. This is a 6-on-6 single battle, and it's before we have a bunch of other Pokemon that are going to be compatible with this game. But it is after the Pokemon Home update, which made some other Pokemon now compatible. That's why I'm even able to use Hisui in Pokemon. But let's see what we got. All right, yep, 6 Pokemon all set to level 50, perfect. I've already gone over my team. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to use, but he did ask me if it was okay that he could use a mythical Pokemon, and I said that was fine. I mean, I'm bringing a Palafin, and Palafin's generally banned from single battle play these days. But let's see what we got. I do like a little musical variety in my series, and I know that if I couldn't help myself, I would go ahead and play the Professor Seda music every time, but let's go ahead and go with Cassiopeia. Alright, and now we can finally see his team! Scizor, Toxtricity, Magnezone, Meloetta, Gimmighoul, and Oricorio. Well, I suppose my strategy will remain the same. I will start with Zoroark, then the rest of the order doesn't really matter except who goes in the back, and I think Palafin should go in the back because it would be pretty reasonable for him to suspect that I would start with a Palafin because a lot of other players might start with a Palafin because you need to switch out Palafin in the first place in order to really get the battle going. So he might think that I'm going to start with a Palafin and immediately switch it out when in reality, I'm starting out with a Zoroark, a Hisui-Zoroark, and I'm going to be up to my regular old shenanigans. Back in the day, I loved starting with Zoroark and using Trick on an opponent, and now I can do that with a Hisui-Zoroark. The strategy remains the same, but when you have the Unova Zoroark, which is Dark type, you become immune to Prankster effects. He doesn't have any Pokemon with Prankster here, so we're fine on that front. When you use Hisui Zoroark, you gain immunity to Ghost type attacks, which is useful here because he's got that Gimmighoul, but I have to hope that he doesn't start with it because then I won't be able to use Trick, but I suppose even if he does start with it, I can go ahead and just actually use a Ghost type move on it and ideally one-shot it, so I might be fine either way. I just need him to think that it's actually Palafin on the field first and make him think that I'm going to be switching out or something. All right, PlatinumRhythm, and we've got that Cassiopeia battle music. Okay, he did start with Gimmighoul. I mean, it makes sense. It's a very strong lead. Well, then you can't get mad at me for using Palafin, or Zoroark for that matter, and I'm afraid he might switch to Meloetta. But if I use Flamethrower, I mean, that wipes out half his team, right? He's got 3 steel types. May as well. This way it's super effective, and if he switches to Meloetta, I can cover that. Bitter Malice would probably one-hit KO it. Flamethrower might not, but at least this way it checks for a potential switch. Don't necessarily know why he would, but I should outspeed it because I'm Choice Scarfed, and if he goes for a Ghost type move, I will be immune to it because I'm actually a Zoroark. But let's see what he chooses to use. So yep, I'm faster. You ever see a Palafin use Flamethrower? Aw, yeah, see if that was... boo. That's not what I thought you were gonna do. I thought maybe you were gonna buff your own stats or immediately go for an attack. What are you paralyzing me for? Now I gotta switch. That was smart. That was smart. But yeah, now he knows this isn't a Palafin, right? Plat's a smart enough guy. All right, you want to mess like that? You want to play that way? Well, then you're about to deal with the Hisui-Goodra, and I can already tell you it's going to be one of the most obnoxious things you're ever going to fight. My entire team is already fairly obnoxious. Let's see what he's doing. Wolfgang? Which one's Wolfgang? Toxtricity? Shiny one. Nice. I can respect that. All right. Palafin, or Zoroark. Come on back. I mean, I can just stay on Hisui-Goodra right now. There's still not gonna be a whole lot he can do to this thing. I resist the electric type moves and I'm immune to the poison moves. I'm not super effective toward it, but I mean, I can still at least probably force him to switch. So why don't we go for like Acid Spray first, drop his special defense, and then go for, Volt Switch, smart. Although it only did 13 damage. Good job, Hisui-Goodra! All right, all right, well now I'm using a poison type move and now there's the chance he's gonna switch into like a steel type Pokemon, right? Unfortunate for me, I should have just gone for Flamethrower, but it's okay. He might not know that my Hisui-Goodra has Flamethrower, so I've still got that card up my sleeve. If he switches to a Steel-type Pokemon, he might switch back. Well, no, if he switches over to Gimmighoul, I'm still in trouble. If he switches over to Meloetta, I'll be okay, although I don't know why he would. Meloetta's a special attacker, I think. He might be going into Scizor. Scizor is a physical attacker, and it's Steel-type, so it might... Well, no, what would Scizor do to me? He's probably struggling. I've got a Dragon Steel-type Pokemon. Unless he's got a Ground-type Pokemon, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot to me. G-Shock? What is that, the Magnezone? It is. Okay, so my... No, shiny. Nice. Got that blue eyeball. All right, so this doesn't do anything. Fine. But now you're about to get Flamethrowered into oblivion. And same diff, right? Like, I resist your Steel-type moves, and I resist your Electric-type moves, and unless you're going to Terrestrialize, and I'm not certain why you would. You're about to be in trouble. Oh, I'm faster? No way Goodra's faster than Magnezone, unless you're going for, like, oh, okay, well. Okay. I was gonna say, unless you're going for Mirror Coat. Yeah, there we go. They did like nothing. And are you holding Leftovers? You are. Well, I'm holding an Assault Vest, so I don't necessarily get to heal, but that's okay. One more Flamethrower ought to do the trick, and we've already established that I outspeed you, so I've got no real reason to not go for Flamethrower right now. What? Why are you faster? Are we speed tied? Okay, well, I shouldn't say why are you faster. I initially thought Magnezone would be way faster than a Goodra, but then I outsped it for some reason, and I'm not holding a Quick Claw. And if I was, it would have said that my Quick Claw activated. This ain't Gen 3, or it doesn't say that, and Pokemon are just randomly faster. Although I kind of miss those days, I do admit. All right, well, what do you got, Plat? You're switching out, but you're going to realize that a lot of your team is weak to Flamethrower. So if you want to go back to Toxtricity, I'll at least hit it for neutral damage. But if you really want to do me a favor, you'll switch back over to that Gimmighoul and you'll just have it die. Or not, DJ. Oh, you okay? Hey! Well, cool. That was my biggest concern on your team, and now that that's done, I should be ready to go. Although I suppose the Meloetta on your team is still a threat, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. I suspect that my team can handle it reasonably well. I just gotta make sure that I'm not stuck in a situation where my Hisui and Zoroark is locked into using Bitter Malice, because then I won't be able to hurt it if that's the last Pokemon on his team. But for now, the Gimmighoul is gone. All right, that was major threat. Not super worried about it anymore. Should be good to go. All right, what do we got? Oh, there it is. There's the Meloetta. All right, well, you know what? I'd rather deal with this now. And I don't think I've ever in my life fought a Meloetta, so this is exciting. I am quite excited to see how this works. I will keep Hisui-Goodra in, because it's my wall. Teeter Dance? Of all the things you can teach a Meloetta, and you gave it Teeter Dance? Actually not a terrible idea for this specific battle and my specific team, but under normal circumstances, I would be very confused. But I do love the elements of surprise, I suppose. But I like it when I'm the one that's surprising, not when it's being used against me. All right, well, if it's your strategy for me to wear down myself, I've got some news for you. I am far too stubborn to merely let that happen. Oh, now this might be problematic. All right, well, I really need this acid spray to connect then, or I'm gonna be in big, big, big trouble. All right, come on, it's only a 50%. Oh, I already snapped out of confusion? Well, that is lucky. All right, well, then there's the acid spray. Now, even though it's at +1 special attack right now from the Calm Mind boost, and now it's at -1 special defense, it won't take out Goodra right here, but I probably should leave Goodra in for the time being. There's still the chance that my Zoroark can outspeed it if worst comes to worst, and maybe Palafin can as well. I don't know, is Meloetta fast? It's a mythical / legendary, so I just assume that it is. All right, come on, Goodra. Thank you, all right. Working through the confusion. All right, you wanna play a game of luck, Plat? Because I'm willing to play. I'm banking on him using Calm Mind again right now. Yep, okay. So now he's at +2 special attack and at neutral special defense, but now you're about to be at -2 special defense, well, assuming I hit through the confusion here. Come on, Goodra! You know, I'm doing more to myself than this Meloetta's probably gonna do. I really needed that acid spray to go through, but all right. I guess I have other options. The concern is just this thing's speed. Oh, I really needed that hit to go through. Well, see, I'm incentivized to switch because that way I shrug off the confusion, but just anything I switch into probably can't take the hit. Let me see. I wish that it would tell me like how fast it is after the paralysis drop. So for now, Oh, Miss Dolphy's the fastest thing I have, but I haven't even sent her into the battle in the first place yet. So maybe it is advantageous for me to just keep fighting. Psy-Shock. Okay, so that goes after my regular defense. Smart. Still able to take it reasonably well. All right, come on, Goodra, you got this. Don't let a little RNG ruin you. Okay. All right. So I think it's only a 50% chance to hurt yourself in confusion. If I knew he was gonna go for Hyper Voice, I would have switched over to Zoroark, but that's okay. Is that your strategy? Paralysis and confusion? All right, oh yeah, and then, yeah. Okay, it was smart for you to finish it off like that. Okay, so you're at +4 special attack, so the only way I'm gonna beat you is with speed. So, let's go ahead and send in Miss Dolphy for real this time. And then I'm gonna need to immediately switch her out, because normally what you wanna do is you wanna have Flip Turn on Palafin, but I opted not to have that because I'd rather just manually switch into something in case I was fighting, you know, a Pokemon that could outspeed me. Plus, I mean, Palafin only gets 4 moves, and I figure Flip Turn's generally only good on the first turn where you use Palafin, so I'd rather just manually switch. All right, here's the Zoroark that you paralyzed earlier, and now it's Parafused. All right, well, I'm definitely not keeping this thing in. You're gonna go for Teeter Dance again? I doubt it. I doubt you're gonna go for Teeter Dance again. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and switch over to another Pokemon. Let's switch over to Dragonite. No real reason, but I don't want to switch straight into Palafin and have her faint, so we'll switch over to Dragonite. Yeah, this Meloetta's starting to be a problem, but it's nice to fight one. Never fought one before. All right, and then is that a one-shot? It is not! Ho-ho! That's right, because my Dragonite here is physically bulky. Well, I guess under normal circumstances that would be good, but let's switch back over to Zoroark again, and the chance that he decides to go for Hyper Voice, because I feel like there's a chance he might. Let's see, because he's probably not gonna go for Psy-Shock again. He's probably gonna go for Hyper Voice. Boom, baby! Are you fighting Mr. Oh my god, you love your Teeter Dance, huh? It's like, it is integral to you. You cannot fight my Pokemon unless they're confused. Golly, well then you know what? Maybe I should just fight back, because I kind of just need Zoroark to go down right now. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna Terrestrialize. Maybe I will just flat out go for Trick. All right, I gotta work through Paralysis and Confusion, so my odds aren't looking very good. But if I get through them both, I can lock you into one move. Problem is, I doubt you're gonna go for Hyper Voice right now, but if you do go into Hyper Voice right now, then my Zoroark just wins by default, because then you won't be able to hit it. Otherwise, you go in for another move like Psy-Shock, I can start playing around that. But I may as well just go for Trick, get the Choice Scarf off me, because being a paralyzed Pokemon with a Choice Scarf, kinda useless if you ask me, although I might still outspeed a fair share of the Pokemon on your team. All right, there's the Psy-Shock, this will probably KO. And that's fine. That's fine. I just needed the Zoroark to actually go down. I figured it was worth doing. And yeah, the paralysis really messed me over. Who knows if I actually would have hit through it though. All right, in any case, let's send in the real Palafin now, okay? This Palafin should outspeed it, and a Jet Punch should do the trick, but maybe to be on the safe side, I'll go ahead and use Terrestrialization, because there's no real, a lot of my other Terra types are mainly defensive, and I think I'll be okay on that front. So let's Terrestrialize, I got Terra Water, and we'll go for the Jet Punch, so this is gonna hurt. Yeah, Jet Punch is a priority move, isn't it? So I ought to be fine. So if I get that Terra Water Jet Punch off of a Palafin, holding an item that boosts its punching moves, this ought to do the trick. Oh, but you're thinking, what are you thinking about? You're at +4 special attack, aren't you? What's the concern? I completely forgot that Jet Punch was a priority move, so I guess I was fine from the get-go. All right, well, here we go then. Boom, baby. Here's my Terrestrialization. I think this is the first time in my series where I'm using it for an offensive purpose rather than a defensive purpose, but here we go. Terra Water Palafin. All right. You want to use Meloetta and Gimmighoul? Well, then I'm using Palafin. Superhero Punch! Go get him. There we go. All right, the Meloetta is down. Awesome job, Palafin. Now, I acknowledge he still has Magnezone in the back and Toxtricity, so we could switch into either of them, but I'm not super concerned. I've still got that priority punch, and it's still going to deal a ton of damage. Meloetta was looking to be the big threat on his team, as was Gimmighoul, but now that they're both down, I'm not super worried. My Goodra has Flamethrower, and I haven't even used my Hisui-Arcanine yet, so I think we'll be fine. But he also has it Terrestrialized, so there's a chance that that could mess me up. But we'll see in a moment. I'm just happy to finally be competing with this here Palafin. Probably my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon. All right, Wolfgang. I mean, there's no real reason for me to switch. If I was going to switch into anything, it'd probably be... Oh, actually, there really is no reason for me to switch. So, yeah, and I've got Zen Headbutt, and I definitely outspeed you. Unless you're going to Terrastallize and psych me out and all of a sudden you're a Dark type, I think I should be fine to one-hit KO you with Palafin. Yeah, see, this is why it's important to have... To properly utilize the 4 moves of my Palafin and not devote one to Flip Turn. There you go. Wolfgang, down. Excellent. Although if my Palafin was holding a Choice Scarf, then maybe I'd be more incentivized to have Flip Turn, but since my Choice Scarf is on my Zoroark, I've decided just to go for Zen Headbutt instead. And it worked out there, so great. All right, Toxtricity down. You want to send in Magnezone next? Because I'm ready. I've got Drain Punch for that one. Scizor's a decent enough threat, though. I'll give you that. Let's see, Saber. Is that Scizor? It is! What's up, buddy? All right. Well, I guess the strongest thing I can do to you is just another Jet Punch, right? Stab. So I got Super Stab because I Terrestrialized, and I'm just strong, and I've got that Punching Boxing Glove as a hold item that I think is beneficial for this Pokemon. I've got Drain Punch and Ice Punch too, which won't be super useful in this battle, but it'll be useful in future battles. Ooh, yeah? What do we got? Are you gonna go for that Terra Bug Bite, Scizor or something? What do we got here? Boom, baby, it is Terra Water. Oh, Terra Water, that makes sense. Get rid of your 4 times weakness to fire. Okay, so you'll withstand this hit. No big deal. All right, but I'll take you out on the next turn. Wow, you actually withstood that hit better than I thought. Yeah, I forgot that people can run Scizor defensively. Oof! It did a lot. Frick. And you lowered my speed. Ah, you're holding Life Orb. Got it. Tell you what then, you want to try that again? Let's see if you do want to use your Water Terrestrialization. If you do Terra Blast and take out my Arcanine right now, you can just win this battle. If you call this switch, you can have the battle. All right? But I get the feeling you're probably going to go for Pounce or maybe even Bullet Punch. You might. You lowering my speed messes me up, and while my Palafin might still be faster with the speed drop because Hero Form Palafin is like super strong and super fast, I think maybe switching out is the safer play. And I've got Dragonite in case I need him. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Arcanine with the Intimidate, so we're gonna lower your attack stat first and foremost. All right, what you got for me? Pounce, all right, should resist that. Nice! Still did decent damage for me having lowered your attack stat once. All right, yeah. Look, if you just want to die to recoil damage, that's fine too. All right, now I could go over to Dragonite, and then I will definitely resist this because I'm part flying type, and you'll get hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Or you could be going for Bullet Punch right now because you're like, oh, well, that'll deal neutral damage toward the Arcanine. Or maybe you are going for Terra Blast. Wow, okay, so you did have it. But I'm still going to resist it, and you're still going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet. There we go, and boom. All right. Yeah, Terra Blast Water on Scizor is actually a good idea. Good job. All right, but now that I don't got to worry about my speed, I can go ahead and go for the Roost. I guess Terra Blast doesn't make direct contact, so you didn't actually get hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Okay, well now you probably are gonna go for Bullet Punch, right? Oh, you're switching. All right. Well, I mean, I'm still going for Roost, so this doesn't really concern me. Magnezone, what's up? Well, you know, I've got Fire Punch for Steel-type threats like yourself, but if I restore all the way to full health, this will be perfect. Let's see what we got here. Ah, not quite, so I don't quite get to take advantage of my multi-scale ability. And unfortunately, Goodra is down, but I could still go for Fire Punch just to see how much it does. I don't really know why you switched over to Magnezone. I guess you just figured you'd deal more damage to me with Magnezone than you would with Scizor, so you're probably just gonna go for Flash Cannon or something. Or you're probably gonna go for Thunder Wave, right? Do you have that? You probably do. We're gonna see in a second. Tri-Attack, interesting. Well, as long as it doesn't freeze, I'll be okay. All right. I mean, I don't want any status infliction, and thankfully I didn't get any, but freeze would have been the most obnoxious one. I mean, it would and it wouldn't have, right? Like, if I thawed out immediately the next turn, then it would have been okay, but there's a chance you could just stay frozen for like 6-7 turns in a row, and I've had that happen to one of my opponents in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Ridiculous. It's a good thing that there is no move. Oh, you switching back over to Scizor now? What's the plan, my man? Anxious. Oh yeah, that's right, there's still a whole other Pokemon I haven't taken out. Oricorio, what's up? Shiny. I can dig it. Boom, baby. All right, so you got the Fire Flying Oricorio. So be it. Well, I can still go for the Roost, and then you're probably, oh, Attract? Attract? Are you nuts? Well, the good news is once this Oricorio's down, I don't have to worry about this status infliction anymore. Don't fall in love with it, Dragonite! Dragonite, get it! Why does love always win? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to Arcanine then because I can get an Intimidate off of it, which is great because I'm pretty sure Oricorio is a physical attacker. It might be. No, it's a special attacker. Doesn't it usually stack well with Quiver Dance? Well, even so, we'll go over to this. Boom. Oh, I didn't even think about the timer running. I haven't been trying to stall him out, but I suppose that is an option. Yeah, Quiver Dance. So be it. So boom, and then because you're Oricorio, do you get to use it again? Or is that only if you're in a double battle? Let's see. That is only if you're in a double battle. Okay, well, you might outspeed me, but I don't think you're gonna KO me. Attract, oh my god. Arcanine, don't fall in love with it as well! Come on, Lan, love is fleeting. You've got plenty of other opportunities for love. It doesn't have to be now. All you gotta do is smack this thing once. Please. Thank you. All right, and thank goodness Rock Tomb didn't miss. All right, you're 4 times weak to rock, so you are down, and because you are down, I don't have to worry about being attracted to you anymore. That's your whole strat, isn't it, Plat? Paralysis, confusion, and attraction. Well, if he started running more, oh, well, first of all, let me focus on this, because he's just gonna go for Terra Blast, right? And while I probably could take it out, I'm gonna go ahead and get the read right here. Anyway, Plat, I can kinda commend that strategy. I did play similarly back when I was using an Eevee back in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I probably could do the same thing here. But otherwise, I think that you need to stack that with some accuracy dropping moves, and you need to have something with Substitute, like my Breloom here. See, I'm about to use Substitute. Well, I'm probably going to use Spore first, and then I'm going to use Substitute, and then I'm going to go ahead and force a win condition on you. So even if the time runs out, I still win. Woo! I should be able to take that. Good job, Breloom. All right. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, unless you're holding some sort of Lumberry, I should be good to go. Well, no, you're not. You're not holding a Lumberry. You're holding Life Orbs. Okay. Life Orb, singular. Sorry. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and go for the Substitute now. And let's see if he chooses to switch. No, he didn't switch. Perfect. Great. Which means I get a free sub. By the way, folks, don't forget to sub to my channel. Yeah. All right, anyways, yeah, just throwing that in there. Okay, there's the Poison Heal. And now I got 60 seconds. I didn't think this was going to go to timeout. Really didn't. All right, well, it doesn't matter if he breaks my Substitute now, because I am about to get the Leech Seed off of him, and because I have more Pokemon remaining on my side of the field, that automatically causes me to win even if Breloom were to go down right now. But between the Leech Seed and the Toxic Orb, I should restore enough health to where even if he uses Bullet Punch on me again, I should be able to survive the hit, and I should be good to go. Now, I mean, I could always just flat out switch into another Pokemon too. Oh, did that KO it? It did, all right, well, at least I took down this terrestrialized Pokemon. Boom. All that's left is the Magnezone, right? Hey, Plat, if you want to, like, hurry up with this, I could just use Bulldoze on this and not have to worry about it going to timeout. It'd be kind of a jerk move to do, but whatever. You got nothing else you can do, yeah. Just send that straight in. All right, if I mash A quickly enough, I can take it out. There you go, yeah, shiny sparkle, whatever. All right, quick, mash that A button, go! Go, thank you, Plat, for mashing the A button there. See, I didn't time stall him out. I beat him just in the nick of time. Nah, but in all seriousness, thank you for the battle, Plat. Interesting team. Relying on confusion, though, that could either go really well or really bad. You're really playing with luck there, but you know what? I can respect it. And you do have good Pokemon on your team, too. And I never got to fight a Meloetta before, so that was neat. But otherwise, it looks like my team came together, and I did hurt myself in confusion a couple of times, and I was infatuated by the attract. So your strat was kind of working, but I just had luck on my side, I suppose. But you know, I also really like the team I put together here too, and I plan to keep competing in more battles with other similar Pokemon, but probably as I do more battles, I like to give other Pokemon a chance to thrive. I like to mix it up, you know. But hey, finally got to use a fair share of other Pokemon in these battles, in contrast to the previous battles I've been recording, so that's exciting. And Plat, thank you very much for the battle. So you and I are 1-1, right? Because I won once in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and you won in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so we can always have a rematch another day. Otherwise, that wraps up this episode of Pokemon BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I plan to do a lot more battles, so I hope to see you all in the future. For now, bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to show your support, the best things you can do are commenting and subscribing. If you want to know when a new video of mine goes out, you can receive a notification by clicking on the bell icon down below by the subscribe button. I also post updates regularly to my Twitter account, @RealYoshiller. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh!